Hello there, I am Jill Maurer. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right now so we can see each other again. Today I'm talking about wedding rings and engagement rings. So maybe you just got your engagement ring and you're not sure how to take care of it, or maybe you've had your wedding rings for a while and they're looking like they're in need of a little love. I'm here to help you understand how to take care of your wedding rings. First, I'd like to discuss taking a wedding ring on and off. Now, most wedding rings have diamonds in them or a center diamond, and they're usually gold or platinum. And this is a pretty durable combination, so that's the good news. But what I want you to know about a diamond is diamonds really absorb oil. A lot of people don't realize that. I see people putting their wedding ring on and off. They just put their finger right on that diamond and take it on and off. Well, you've just put oil all over that diamond, which it's sucked up. And what that does is make it not as sparkly. So the way that you take your ring on and off, and we'll do a close-up of this, you hold the ring in a way where you're not touching diamonds, if at all possible. If you have a typical single stone ring, you can do sort of the pitcher's grab, you split your fingers. If you have a 3-stone ring where you have more diamonds, just see if you can get your fingers on there somehow, even if you have to do it on the side. If you hold it on the side, put it on and take it off like that. If what you have is an eternity band where you have diamonds all the way around, it's going to be more difficult. I would actually advise you to just grab a paper towel or a cloth or something and put the ring on that way. It will look better. Like all of your jewelry, your engagement ring and wedding ring should be the last thing you put on and the first thing you take off. A lot of people say, oh, but I like to do everything in my engagement ring or my diamond ring. That is not in the best interest of your engagement ring or your wedding ring. You should not take a shower. Soaps get all in there, and you have a chance of pulling at a prong. You shouldn't swim in them. Chlorines can affect jewelry, and also if you're in cold water, your fingers can actually shrink and you might lose that whole ring. You also may lose the stone, and I promise you, if you lose the stone in a swimming pool, you will never see it again. I went a little southern there, didn't I? You don't really want to do heavy-duty cleaning in your wedding rings, so just be able at home, have a nice place where you can take them off when you're doing these things and take it off every night. So the best place to put your wedding rings is in a soft space that is away from your other jewelry, because they can get banged up, the middle part, and the diamond can actually scratch other pieces of jewelry. The jewelry box that they came in is a good place to store your wedding rings. And there are all kinds of little jewelry boxes and containers and that are made for this. Just make sure that it's separate. If you don't have any of this, a dish with a little washcloth or even a paper towel on it will be fine to separate your jewelry. Get in the habit when you put lotion on of trying not to put it all over your diamond, because again, the diamond is going to absorb that oil and it just won't sparkle like you'll want it to. So just get in the habit when you put lotion on, kind of skipping over that. Let's get to cleaning, because the good news is if you get soap scum, if you get lotion on your diamond, this is a piece of jewelry that is fairly easy to clean. All you want to do is soak it in some warm sudsy water. You just want a gentle liquid soap. Soak it in there for a minute. Lay a washcloth down in the bottom of your sink. Get a baby toothbrush and then take the ring out and just gently rub it with the baby toothbrush. Then you can dump out that water, put water in, kind of just dunk it and rinse it until it's nice and rinsed out. And then just dry it a little bit with a towel or even let it dry. And that is all you really need to do. The idea is to just be gentle with it and to make sure that you don't bend any of the prongs. If your ring is not a diamond, if it's just plain metal, you'll be fine doing that. But if it is another kind of stone, make sure that you understand how to clean that stone, because they can be a little bit different. When you are out and about, go ahead and wash your hands and keep the ring on. Don't get in the habit of taking your ring off out shopping or in foreign places. Just go ahead and wash your hands and keep your ring on your finger. About every 6 months, you want to take your rings in to a jeweler and just have them inspected, especially the prongs, to make sure that nothing is shifted and that the diamond is in good shape. It's being held well. There are a couple ways of remembering this, to do it every 6 months. You could remember it by taking it in on your anniversary and your half anniversary. That's one way to remember it. Another is if you're very good about getting your teeth cleaned every 6 months, take your ring in when you get your teeth cleaned. Those are two good ideas. You can come up with your own plan, but the general idea is to go in there every 6 months. The other thing they can do is give that ring a good cleaning while you're in there. Another thing is if you notice that you have banged your hand really hard on something, or you have caught your ring in a sweater, take it into the jeweler right away, because you may have shifted a prong and you're going to want to know that before you lose that diamond. There are a couple of other ways a jeweler can help you with your wedding rings. If you have 2 rings and they spin a lot and that's annoying you, a jeweler can tack those together so that they won't spin and it'll just be one ring, and they can do it in a way that it can be undone if you ever want to undo it. They can also completely fuse those rings together if you'd rather it just be one ring and have it be that way. Another thing that a jeweler can do for you is if you're someone whose fingers, like me, whose fingers are considerably larger in the summer months than they are in the winter months, if you experience some swelling in the summer months, the best thing I've found for that is to get the ring the bigger size, the size that fits you in the summer, and then the jeweler can put on, it's just a little ring guard, and they can put it on for you for the winter and then take it off for the summer. It's very inexpensive, it's very easy to do, and that'll make sure that you don't lose your ring in the winter because your fingers are smaller. I would also encourage you to consider having a stunt double. And what I mean by this is a ring that makes you feel like you've got a wedding ring on wherever you are, but isn't necessarily your primetime wedding ring. I used a stunt double when I traveled. So I actually did a cubic zirconia ring that looked very much like my wedding ring. But I knew that when I was traveling, if somebody's, wanted the ring or was robbing me, they could have it. It was meaningless to me. The other thing people will do is they'll wear a ring they're sort of like these silicone rings or something. So if you're somebody who mountain climbs a lot or does these activities, but you still want to be wearing a wedding ring, there is a stunt double option for you. The last and final thing that I would say is to get your ring appraised so that you know exactly what it is and it can be identified if it is lost or stolen. You can even have it laser engraved, which will discourage somebody from stealing it, or if they do, it will let a buyer, like a pawn shop, know where that diamond actually belongs. And you may also want to consider getting it insured. It can be a rider to your normal insurance, or you can get insurance just for that ring. Depending on the value of your ring, you may want to consider doing that. Those are my tips for taking care of your wedding rings and hopefully avoiding any mishaps. Let me know in the comments below if you have had any mishaps with your wedding ring. I have heard some doozies. Remember to subscribe so that we can see each other again. Bye for now.